perfect sync, delivering all that energy in one short, explosive burst. This is known as Fa Jin in Chinese martial arts, the release of explosive internal power. Bruce didn't just master this, he perfected it. It stunned people not just because it worked, but because it defied expectations of what was physically possible. Intercepting Fist. Hit first, think later. Jeet Kune Do, Bruce's personal fighting philosophy, literally means the way of the intercepting fist. The concept, don't wait to block and counter. Strike as your opponent strikes. Bruce trained his eyes and mind to detect the slightest movement. A shoulder twitch, a shift in weight, even a glance, and intercept the incoming attack mid-motion. This required speed, yes, but more importantly, it required anticipation. Bruce didn't react, he preacted. The intercepting fist made Bruce impossible to predict, and even harder to hit. Sidekick, the human battering ram. Bruce Lee's sidekick was not a fancy movie trick. It was a devastating weapon. He'd fire it like a piston. Fast, sharp, and straight into the opponent's midsection, ribs, knees, or hips. The force he could generate from just one kick could knock someone across the room. He trained it with intense resistance, weights, and repetition, focusing on explosive power. His posture and balance were perfect, hips aligned, foot placement tight, core fully engaged. This wasn't just a block or a push. It was a fight ender. Finger jab, fast, sharp, and straight to the eyes. One of Bruce's most underrated and most dangerous moves was the finger jab. It wasn't designed to knock someone out. It was designed to disable instantly. He targeted vulnerable areas like the eyes or throat. The jab was fast, often under half a second, and required precision more than force. Bruce trained his fingers using fingertip push-ups and iron hand techniques to make them strong and sharp. In combat, this meant he could end a fight before it even started. Low-line kicks. Attack the foundation. Bruce believed high kicks were flashy but risky. His philosophy, kick low and they go down. His low-line kicks, like the oblique kick, knee stomp, and shin kick, targeted the opponent's legs and joints. They were quick, hard to see coming, and extremely difficult to block. Bruce used them to stop forward motion, disrupt balance, and prevent his opponent from striking. These kicks didn't look impressive to the untrained eye, but they were among his most effective weapons. Stop hit. Shut down the attack before it starts. The stop hit was one of Bruce Lee's most advanced techniques. The concept, instead of waiting for the opponent to finish their attack, hit them in the middle of their movement. This was high risk, high reward, but Bruce trained to the point where it felt like second nature. He used timing, positioning, and deep awareness to predict the exact moment to strike. A stop hit could interrupt a punch, shut down a kick, or completely turn the tide of a fight in one moment. It was a blend of speed, intuition, and perfect timing. Elbows and trapping, close-range chaos. Bruce wasn't just deadly from a distance, he was lethal up close. His elbow strikes were compact, brutal, and perfectly timed. But what made him unique was how he combined them with trapping techniques. He'd control the opponent's limbs, locking them up or redirecting their guard, then strike with elbows, palms, or quick jabs. This made Bruce almost impossible to engage in close combat. You couldn't punch him because he'd trap you. You couldn't escape because he was already inside your guard. It was precision under pressure. Broken rhythm. Predictability is death. Bruce Lee didn't fight in patterns. He broke rhythm deliberately, speeding up, slowing down, feinting, pausing, just to throw off his opponent's expectations. This technique is known as broken rhythm, and it's deadly. Why? Because most fighters subconsciously sync with each other's timing. But Bruce would deliberately fight offbeat. He'd strike when the opponent was mentally off guard, or bait them into reacting the wrong way. Broken rhythm made Bruce unreadable and untouchable. Speed over strength. Precision wins fights. Bruce didn't rely on muscle. He relied on speed, accuracy, and timing. His philosophy was simple. Speed plus timing equals power. He could land 5 strikes in the time it took others to throw one. His footwork was light, his reactions razor-sharp, and his recovery near instant. He believed that most people wasted movement. He didn't. Every motion served a purpose. Every strike had a goal. His mastery of speed gave him power that went beyond strength. It gave him total control. Philosophy in motion. Flow like water. Bruce Lee's techniques weren't just physical, they were philosophical. He believed in adapting to any situation. He often said, "Be water, my friend." Water doesn't resist. It flows. It adapts. Crashes. Bruce built Jeet Kune Do as a formless system, no fixed moves, no rigid rules. He took what worked from every style, discarded what didn't, and created something uniquely his own. His movements reflected his mindset. Fluid, spontaneous, and always evolving. That's what made him more than a fighter. He was a revolution. Conclusion: Bruce Lee, the art of fight mastery. Bruce Lee wasn't just strong, fast, or skilled. He was strategic, scientific, and deeply intentional. Every move had a reason. Every strike was practiced until it became part of him. He trained harder, thought deeper, and moved smarter than almost anyone before or after him. His legacy isn't just in the movies. It lives in the fighting styles of today's greatest martial artists. From the one-inch punch to broken rhythm, his techniques were a masterclass in efficiency, power, and presence. That's why even today, decades after his passing, Bruce Lee is still unbeatable in spirit. Fire call to action. Which of Bruce Lee's deadly techniques surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments and follow for more iconic breakdowns of the greatest martial artists in history.